Starting next year, it's going to get a little harder for cruisers to go to Europe. Today, we have all the information you have to know if you are cruising in Europe in 2024. Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Jordan. Thank you so much for coming into JJ Cruise. If you're new here, this is a YouTube channel all about the passion and obsession that is cruising. We also try to keep all cruisers abreast of information and ongoing things in the cruise industry. And today we have a big one. Europe has announced that you will now have to have a quote-unquote visa. They're saying it's not a visa, but an electronic form of approval to come into most European Union countries. This program is called ETIAS, and it stands for European Travel Information and Authorization System. It is a complete electronic system that you will have to get into prior to any trip to Europe to fill out information as to where you are going, your passport information, and then once that's approved, you're good to go into Europe. Now, before I get any further, I do just want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we share a lot of information on this channel about cruising. We do cruise ship tours, reviews, and a lot of fun videos along the way. So if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I'm going to dive into some of the questions that people are going to have about ETIAS. And I do just want to say, if you currently do not use a travel advisor, this is a great time to actually use a travel agent. Yes, Jared and myself are travel agents, you know this, but I'm not just here to push our own travel agency. Travel agents are becoming more and more valuable, and with this new program that's being implemented in Europe, it is a vital time to not get this wrong. Getting this wrong could mean your Europe vacation plans could be completely ruined. There are currently 63 countries in the world that do not require a visa to enter Europe. And again, the European Union is saying that this is not a visa. ETIAS is an electronic tracking system to be able to track people outside of Europe coming into Europe. A lot of people want to know why this has even taken place. Well, back in 2016, the European Union decided that they needed a better system to be able to see who is coming in and out of the countries of Europe, to be able to track things like illegal immigration as well as crime throughout the European Union. After many discussions and meetings with the European Union, ETIAS was then born. They knew that it was going to take a long time to get this up and running, which is why they've been working on it for basically the last 7 years. Previously stated, this is going to go into effect in 2024. So if you are traveling in 2023 or cruising the rest of the summer or into the fall, this is not going to impact your travels. But once we are in the year of 2024, which is only about 5 months away from now, you will be required to fill out this form and have this information ready before you take your European cruise. A lot of people are very worried because they don't really understand what this is. So let me just break it down for you. It is going to be an electronic form where you will put your first and last name, email, additional information like passport information, and then you will list the countries that you will be visiting on your trip to Europe. Now, this is very important. It states on the website you must list the first country that you will be visiting as the first country on your ETIAS form. So if you're taking a Mediterranean cruise to Spain, France, and Italy, but the cruise leaves out of Rome, you will need to list Rome, Italy as the first destination. You will then need to list the other countries that you'll be visiting on your cruise after that. This is very important because the European Union does say that they will make you go to the first country that you list to enter into the European Union. So if you are cruising out of Italy, but you list Spain first, you will have to go to Spain before your cruise and then enter in and make your way over to Italy. This form that you'll find online must be filled out and approved before you begin your travels. So if you are flying over to Europe, on your flight, before you get on the plane in the United States or wherever you're traveling from, they will check to make sure that you have your ETIAS approval. The website says ETIAS will be a simple, fast, and visitor-friendly system which will, in more than 95% of cases, result in a positive answer within a few minutes. This means that you don't have to do this super far in advance of your trip. However, it does go on to state that if there is a hit or something suspicious on your ETIAS form, it will take a maximum of 2 weeks to potentially get approval. So you will want to start this process no later than 2 weeks prior to your fly or sail date. There is a small cost, but of course it's not going to break the bank. The cost is $7.79 per person. And yes, each person will have to fill one of these forms out. And every single person, regardless of age, must have ETIAS approval. Now, the only caveat here is if you are under the age of 18, you don't have to pay. So that $7.79 fee is for those 18 and above. You can pay on the website with a debit or a credit card. A lot of people want to know, can I be denied? Yes, you can, but there has to be a very specific reason why you are denied. There will be a watch list, and if you have been hit for crime or possible illegal immigration within the European Union, you might find yourself on the list. If you are just a traveler that's coming from the United States to Europe for a cruise, you should not have any issues, and it shouldn't be something to stress about. I will say that New Zealand has almost the exact same process. Jared and I went to New Zealand last year. We had to fill the form out, and we were approved within 5 minutes of filling that form out to go to New Zealand. I'm going to put a list of countries right over my shoulder here, but if you'll notice on this list, almost every single country that cruises go to in this area, with the exception of the UK, will be found on this list. So most of your Mediterranean cruise ports, your Baltic Sea cruise ports, if you're cruising to Iceland, that is obviously here on the list. So really, this will need to be done if you are flying over here and taking a cruise. I think one of the biggest takeaways here that I found on the EU's website about this whole process is there is now a clock that tracks the amount of time that you spend in Europe. You cannot be within any of the countries on that list for more than 90 days within a 180-day period. This might not impact a lot of people in the United States, but it could impact quite a few people in the UK. For people in the UK that take a lot of weekend trips to France or come into Europe a lot for work, they might find themselves in Europe more than 90 days within 6 months. It states that you can come and go as much as you would like within that 180-day period, but you do have that 90 days that you can physically only be in that list of countries, or you could get banned for several years. During that 180 days, if you are caught with any criminal activity, again, trying to immigrate illegal into any of the countries, or you do spend more than 90 days and you go over your clock time, then you could get banned from the ETIAS or put possibly on that watch list. As I previously stated, they're doing this to try and track and control people coming in and out of these European countries. Personally, I don't think this is something that people should freak out about, but I do think it's very important for you to know. Because if you forget to do this, you show up at the airport without your ETIAS approval, you try to do it in a few minutes on your phone right there, and it doesn't get approved right away, you cannot go to Europe. This is not something that is optional, it is something that is required. So if you have a cruise in 2024 to Europe, or you're traveling to Europe at all in the next year, it is something that you're going to want to pay attention to. We believe the site will probably go live right away in late 2023 or early 2024, and it's something that you really should pay attention to. We will keep any information and changes about the ETIAS program abreast to all of you on the channel. And once that link does go live, we'll put that information in the description below this video. So definitely save and share this video somewhere so that you have it for when that information does come out. We'll also link the website that I got a lot of the information from below so that you can have all of that information there and read it for yourself. Let us know in the comments below, are you going to Europe in 2024? Are you worried about this program? Again, I want to calm your fears. It should be something that's pretty easy. We did this for New Zealand and it was a breeze. But let me know your thoughts in the comments and if you think this is a good thing or a bad thing. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.